Morning on a, what's today? Friday, March 22nd. Well, it's not morning, but it's morning for me because I work nights. But anyways, today we're going to get into the top 3 cruise news stories that I cherry picked for you guys because I can't talk about everything. It's not everything I find interesting. So anyways, today we're going to be talking about a fire that happened near a cruise port. We're going to be talking about a Disney ship that's new. And the Panama Canal is having issues. So let's get into it. For story number 1, controlled fires at Port Canaveral cause concern from cruise guests. This port is on fire. Apparently there was they were doing a controlled burn. The purge management burned about 5,000 acres next to Port Canaveral. It's a controlled burn. They're just making sure that that area doesn't burn uncontrolled. And yeah, so but people didn't know this. So there was actually, I think there was 4 ships in port during that time. You had the MSC Seashore, the Carnival Vista, the Wonder of the Seas, and the NCL Epic were in port on Sunday when they were doing the fires, and apparently passengers were quite concerned because it looked like the port was going to burn down. The fire was pretty big, obviously 5,000 acres is a lot, and there was a ton of smoke coming from this fire, and not the normal kind of smoke that you'd smell on a Carnival cruise. So passengers were concerned. I wouldn't be surprised if people were calling 911. You know, sometimes people freak out, and understandably, but it was a controlled fire, so everything's fine. Okay, all right. Well, that was fun. So on to the next one. Disney. Do you like? Before we talk about Disney, do you like cruise news? Do you like my hat? Do you? If you love me, you'll subscribe. And if you're not subscribed, you deserve to be loved. So you should subscribe to my channel. Yeah, please subscribe. I have to ask you at this point, because if I don't, you won't subscribe. So yeah, most of you watching my videos aren't subscribed. I'm looking at you. You know who you are. Please subscribe. Anyways, on to the Disney Cruise News story. Disney has officially announced the name of their new Disney cruise ship. This cruise ship will be the third cruise ship in the Triton class of Disney's cruise ship. Apparently the theming is going to be something kind of fun. I actually like the idea of this theming. It's going to be heroes and villains. And, you know, I really think villains don't get a lot of respect. You know, maybe they shouldn't because they're villains, but a lot of people like the villains. The villains are fun. They're what makes the movie interesting. And, you know, I love Cruella de Vil. She's probably my favorite character in Disney. So I think having a cruise where you actually be able to see these villains, like, you know, Cruella or Mufasa or what's his name, or Rafa, I think his name is from what's it called? Jafar from Aladdin. You know, I think being able to see these characters would be pretty cool. And I assume and I would hope that at some point, maybe on like the Pirates Night, they'll have like a good versus evil battle. Obviously good will win because it's Disney, but still something cool, something interesting. And yeah, and the name of this new Triton class ship is Destiny, which I live in Vegas. I know a lot of girls named Destiny, and they're okay, I can't say that on YouTube. Anyways, yeah, so the new ship's gonna be called Destiny. That's a cool name, I think, and it's a, you know, I don't know. I think they could have done better, honestly. It's Disney. They have such a plethora of, you know, names they could choose from. Destiny seems kind of basic, but who am I? And yeah, interesting story nonetheless. All right, on to the next cruise news. The Panama Canal is having problems, apparently. A ship called the Greg Mortimer, sounds like my tax accountant. The Greg Mortimer was trying to go through the Panama Canal, or it was going to go through, but its sailing got canceled because the water levels in the Panama Canal are too low. Now, this poses a pretty big issue because if this ship wasn't allowed to go through, by the way, the Greg Mortimer is like a Aurora expedition ship. In case you didn't, Greg Mortimer is not just some guy swimming through the Panama Canal. My tax accountant is not in the Panama Canal. But yeah, this is an issue because if the cruise lines can't get through the Panama Canal to get to the Alaska season, that's a big deal. You know, a lot of ships right now are stationed in Miami or at least on the East Coast somewhere, maybe in the Caribbean. And, you know, the Alaska season's coming up. What is it, March? So, you know, I think end of April, beginning of May is when they start doing Alaska cruises. So, if the Panama Canal is out of commission, that's really going to hurt the cruising industry. And I'm interested to see how these cruise lines will react. Will they just go around the bottom of, you know, South America? I mean, they'd have to. Or would they cancel all the sailings in Alaska? I don't think they would do that because that's a lot of money they would be losing. And, you know, I don't think that the, excuse me, I think there's a reason that they obviously that market's bigger than the Caribbean during the summer. I think it's just too hot for people during the summer. I mean, I'm sure there's still cruises, but I think it's a little less than the winter. Anyways, yeah, what are they going to do? I don't know. I think it would be interesting. It could actually pose a great opportunity for somebody looking to do a once in a lifetime cruise where you go from Miami and then you go all the way down South America to, you know, around the bottom. You could actually include Antarctica in that cruise. That would be sick. And then come back up South America all the way up to North America and then to Alaska. That would be like probably, I don't know. That'd have to be like I don't know. It depends on how many stops they did. I would say probably a 30-day cruise, maybe longer, maybe 40. I don't know. Once in a lifetime. I think it would at least double or triple the amount of time it would normally take to get to Alaska through the Panama Canal. So, yeah, interesting to see what these cruise lines are going to do. Hopefully, everything with the Panama Canal works itself out. You know, unfortunately, this is the effects of global warming. Is what it is. Alrighty, those were the 3 cruise news stories that I found interesting for you guys. If you guys liked this video, please smash that like button. Hit the frickin' subscribe button. I didn't cuss, because this is a family-friendly channel here. Please smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the little bell. It really does help the channel, and it really fills me up with happiness. So, alright guys, love ya.